Hey, it's Sauce Pro, and today I have another LEGO Classic Space themed MOC. Today I have created a small Scenic moon base. This base is inspired by many other LEGO Classic Space sets, including the use of different Classic Space minifigures. So let's get into the features of the MOC. So the first thing in details I want to point out is this space cruiser right here. In the MOC I've created it so that you can spin it around and you can tilt it like this. This space cruiser here has inspiration from other LEGO Classic Space mini-ships. It also includes inspiration from one of the new LEGO Movie 2 Classic Space sets. A special feature I wanted to add were the arrows here, which is seen on some of the older original sets. Next, I have created this gray and black rover. This rover's main inspiration comes from the Classic Space sets that were mainly gray and green. It has two arms, an antenna, and wheels, as well as a sitting area, a thruster in the back, and this tool. All around the moon base, you can see different small craters using stud tiles, studs with holes inside of them, and 2x2 circular tiles. I've also included the Classic Space Rover for the Classic Space microfigure that is included in the minifigure factory set. Both of these aspects of the MOC came from the LEGO 60th anniversary set. Over here is basically a recreation of the LEGO Classic Space logo. It is a yellow moon with craters with the red rocket ship flying around it. Here's another crater, and here's the streaming line from the rocket ship. I used a red tooth piece and two sausage pieces to create the line, inspired by a scene from the LEGO Movie 2. These two large craters over here were inspired by LEGO Worlds. This comes from the brick-built version of the classic crater base plate. Over here, I've created a small communication base. This area has a light, a lever, and a space tool back here. This area is so that you can launch a little rocket using this lever. This rocket here was inspired by a Classic Space probe set. I've used a special piece so that you can angle its platform depending on where it would launch. This lighter moon terrain is inspired by the original box art from the classic sets. Back here is one of those small moon dunes. As you can see in the MOC, I've mixed together the gray and bright terrain. Here I've created a special metal detector rover. This build was inspired by a metal detector set, as well as the blue and white color scheme from the later classic space sets. Up here you have a light, an antenna, and a tool. Here's where the spaceman sits. In the front are the detectors over here. In the back is storage. Inside are two yellow 1x1 plates. These were what were used originally for minerals. Back here is one of the original Classic Space storage crates. I made it so that you can pop this off with a peg down here. Here's a look at that. Here's another angled look at the mixed terrain. Back here is another LEGO Worlds inspiration. This is a smaller version of the blue and yellow moon base floodlight. Another feature in this MOC is that there are takeoff lights by the probe launcher. This MOC is a collective inspiration of LEGO Classic Space. I hope you enjoyed this look at another one of my LEGO Classic Space MOCs, and see you later.